Trash wife.
Just suddenly going on the attack, huh? That isn't the way you should be talking to your wife, is it?
I heard what you did. I'm not very impressed with you.
I can't really guess how you want me to respond to you. Well, fine. So, what did you hear?
I heard that you made a reservation to take your father to a really nice steak restaurant for his 60th birthday. Am I mistaken? Why did you go and decide that all on your own?
Huh? What do you mean? Is it really something I need to consult with you over? What's so wrong with making a reservation for my father's birthday? It's his 60th birthday, and I'm the oldest, so amongst my siblings, I should be the one planning it. If I didn't make the reservation, who do you think should have done it?
That isn't the issue. Obviously, you can be the one making the plans for your father's birthday. That's not what I care about. Why would you waste so much money on that sort of thing?
You think having a nice party for my father's 60th birthday is a waste of money?
It's not like turning 60 is that big of a deal. You didn't have to break the bank on just some birthday. It's such a waste of money. You didn't even consult me. Were you trying to piss me off? Is this your idea of some kind of joke?
Wait a second. Don't just fly off the handle. If you have an issue with how you spent the money, we should be having a rational and adult conversation. There is no reason for you to just explode on me like this. I didn't do anything totally unreasonable. Why do you think making a reservation for my father's 60th birthday is a waste of money?
Because it obviously is. It's a birthday. Who cares? Besides, the money you're using is my money. It isn't yours to do with as you please. I got divorced with a woman for squandering our money. I'll get another one if you just end up doing the same thing.
Are you bringing that up again? Recently, whenever we fight, you've been saying the same thing. You always bring up your previous marriage and your divorce. If you think you're just joking around, I think you better cut it out soon, though.
I'm not joking. I'm deadly serious. If you keep this up, I'm going to ask for a divorce. If you start getting too cocky, I'm really going to do it. I'm not interested in having my wife take advantage of me. I'm not going to be troubled by my wife's selfish desires. You can struggle in this marriage, but I'm not going to.
I don't think it's a waste of money to do something nice for my father on his 60th birthday, though. He's only going to have one 60th birthday in his entire life. It's a big year, and he deserves a nice day. We're going to get together at my brother's place.
That has nothing to do with me, so I don't want to spend money on it. To make everything worse, I can't believe you would get a reservation at that high-end steak place. It's so difficult to even get a reservation there. Don't you think you're going a little over the top for a birthday?
Over the top? Don't you think that's a little off from this situation?
Nope. I think it's basically spot on. That restaurant is incredibly difficult to get a reservation at. I'll go, so let me take the reservation.
What are you saying? That doesn't make any sense. You're mad at me for spending money there, so you're gonna go instead and do the same thing? I'm surprised at how self-centered you're being. That's the only thing that's over the top in this situation.
You're surprised? I'm the one who should be surprised. I'm surprised at just how disrespectful you're getting with me. Don't you know your place? You're my wife, and you should do as you're told. You're going to use a place like that just to celebrate your father's birthday? That's way too normal an occasion for just a high-end restaurant. You don't have an ounce of common sense, do you?
Then what do you think would be a fitting use of such a restaurant? I don't really get what you're imagining would be a more suitable occasion.
I'll use that reservation. I'll be able to find a more suitable use for it than you. I can use it for business, so just hand the reservation over to me.
I don't really understand what you're trying to say. Could you try to calm down and explain yourself more clearly? Couldn't you just make a reservation at the same place if you wanted to use it for business?
Are you going to keep talking back to me? You're my wife, so do as you're told and give me the reservation. I don't want to hear any more sass out of you. A wife should obey whatever her husband tells her, so why won't you listen to what I'm saying? Do you actually know what being a wife entails?
No, I think that way of thinking is far too out of date. And don't we both work? Don't you think you're treating me too much as your servant despite that? I'm not your property to do with as you please.
The fact that we're both working has nothing to do with anything. You're my wife, and a wife will always be a wife. So you need to start acting like a wife.
You're telling me to act like a wife? Pete, we both bring in similar amounts of money, but you do zero housework. I don't think I've ever seen you lift a single finger to help out around the house. You stay out all night without even asking me. And you just take out whatever money you want to spend on whatever you want without ever consulting me.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's my money. I'm the one who made it. I should be able to spend it however I want.
I'm using the money that I made, so it should have nothing to do with you, right? Besides, I know you're really into betting on sports, and I haven't said a thing about it.
Why are you bringing that up all of a sudden? That has nothing to do with you. So why would I need to inform you?
You're right. If what you are doing with your money has nothing to do with me, then what I'm doing with my money has nothing to do with you. I made the reservation for my father. The whole evening will be for my father. You don't even need to know about it. Why are you being so obnoxious about how your wife spends the money that she earned herself?
That's because you're my wife. It's different because you're a woman. A man should be able to do whatever he wants, and his woman should do whatever he wants. I can't forgive my wife for getting her place and doing whatever she wants to do without my permission. Without the permission of her man.
It's not that big of a deal. You're being ridiculous. The matter of my father's birthday has already been decided, so just drop it already. Don't complain to me about this anymore, okay?
I'm going to use that reservation tomorrow. Just thought I should let you know.
I'm sorry?
I told you before. Weren't you listening? You don't deserve to go to a restaurant like that, especially not for something like your father's birthday. I'm using that reservation instead, so thanks.
What are you talking about?
I'm more important, so you don't need to go. I'll make better use of the experience anyways. I'm taking the reservation. Going to a restaurant like that for your father's birthday is a waste of money. I'm going to take that reservation and take the president of my company there.
Huh? Who are you?
What do you mean by that?
Who are you? I don't know who you are.
What are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Quit making weird jokes. This is going to happen whether you like it or not. So just don't start pissing me off.
I'm really quite sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't think you know me at all, but those really are some pompous messages to be sending to somebody. What in the world could you be thinking, sending messages like that to somebody?
Huh? Stop pretending like you're a stranger. Quit screwing around. You're my wife, aren't you? This isn't funny. Stop joking around.
We're already getting divorced, so shouldn't we treat each other like strangers now?
What are you saying? We're already divorced?
Yeah, those divorce papers you kept bringing up in fights? Well, I signed them and took them into the county office, so we should be divorced now.
Huh? What do you mean, divorce papers?
I mean, you were bringing them up all the time. Could it be that you'd forgotten? I made sure to fill them out properly, sign them, and bring them to the county office, so we should be complete strangers at this point. So, who are you?
What are you saying? I'm sick of your dumb jokes. Why are you talking about divorce? Oh, the divorce papers. Don't tell me you threw those out, didn't you? You didn't actually do what you're saying you did, right?
If by threw them out, you mean signed them and officially submitted them, then yes, I did. I thought it was the perfect opportunity, so I made sure to get them right to the county office as quick as humanly possible. I'm really thankful you kept shoving the idea of divorce in my face.
The perfect opportunity? Why would you say something like that? Cut these stupid jokes out right now. I'm not in the mood.
How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not joking? We are already finished. There is nothing left here. How many times do I have to say it before it gets through that thick skull of yours? It's all thanks to you, too. I really must thank you for helping me get out of that marriage. It took me far too long to realize I was married to a chauvinist pig. But the divorce is already set. Everything has been resolved. It's over. Nothing left but the crying. Although I've got nothing to cry about. Do you? Oh, by the way, you haven't tried to go home recently, have you? Just been staying out all night, huh? I haven't been there for a while at this point either.
Wait. What are you saying? You can't possibly be serious.
You're a stranger to me now, so I don't really think I need to continue this conversation. As a free woman, I'm free to use my money as I please. So it's really not any of some strange man's business, is it?
Come on, this is nonsense. I'm really about done with the stupidity.
Cut it out! Don't get so haughty with somebody you don't even know. Did you think I'd always be your whipping boy? That I'd just obey every little thing that you said?
Wait, I really don't understand what you're talking about. You need to explain what's going on better. What's happened? We're divorced? What about our stuff?
You shoved those divorce papers in my face every time we had an argument, so I signed them and took them to the county office. We are now divorced. You are a stranger, so stop talking to me. Didn't you think I might actually hand the divorce papers in if you kept shoving them in my face?
You didn't seem like you wanted to get divorced at all. Aren't you going to be in trouble without me? Aren't you going to be sad?
Huh? Why? Why would I be in trouble? Why would I be sad?
You mean you aren't going to miss me? Aren't you going to struggle without me?
Being with you is a far bigger pain than not being with you. I was honestly shocked how many fewer problems I had with you out of my life than with you in it.
You've got to be lying. You're just lying to make me feel worse about the situation, but I know the truth. You're crushed without me, aren't you?
Hadn't you noticed that you had burned every last drop of affection your wife had for you? You really are a world-class idiot. You don't use your head much, do you? I've already completely given up on you. I feel nothing for you. I'm sick of your attitude. There is no love left between us. At least, there isn't any coming from me.
What? There's no way that's true. I don't believe you. Stop lying to yourself and to me. Didn't we get along well at home? You were doing the housework and everything, weren't you?
You're mistaken if you think that me doing the housework was somehow evidence that things were good at home. I did it because I lived there, and I didn't want to live in filth. That's the only reason I was doing the housework.
Huh? But
nothing, right? The nail in the coffin was the fact that you complain about me celebrating my father's 60th birthday. You tried to act like you could bring your boss or somebody important, but you were never going to do anything of the sort, were you? You were trying to take the reservation from me just to take out another girl, weren't you?
What are you trying to say? I wouldn't do something like that.
You really are just a piece of trash, aren't you? I mean, to lie about wanting to take the reservation to try and buddy up to your boss. SMH. You already found out about that woman you're going out with, so you don't need to embarrass yourself by trying to hide it.
Wait. I really have no idea what you're talking about. There is genuinely no other girl. What's the supposed girl's name?
You're the one who should know the answer to that the best. Did you really think I didn't know about the girl you've been out with all night long?
Wait. How do you know about that, Betty? Look, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember telling you about that, so you must be mistaken.
You didn't, did you? But that isn't something you'd tell your wife normally, is it? But I'd already gathered all of the evidence. The love you used to have for me seemed exhausted, and it seemed that you had started getting prepared for divorce. That's why you were constantly shoving those divorce papers in my face. But I honestly felt lucky about the whole situation. You were putting the escape route right in front of me to make me feel bad, but instead, you just made me relieved that it was going to be so easy to escape.
What? You felt lucky? How could you say such a thing? Are you trying to tell me that you wanted to get divorced before I did that?
I am saying that, huh? I guess I must have for it to come out like that. Don't you know why? Like, try asking yourself, why would my wife have wanted to get divorced? Really sit on that question and give it a ponder. And then let me know what answers squirm their way into that brain of yours. I haven't been putting money into our joint bank account for several months now.
You hadn't been?
I saw that you were using too much of the money without consulting me. I knew I had to get the money you were skimming from me back, so I hatched a plan. To get that money back, I thought I'd stop putting money in there.
Oh, is that what happened? Then were you planning on stealing it all out at once?
Rather than stealing it, I just decided to stop putting any money in it at all. Hadn't you noticed that more money was coming out of that account than you were putting into it?
Then could I have been running an overdraft?
I don't know. I wasn't looking at the account after I stopped putting money into it, so why would I know what the situation was like in there? You should probably look into it for yourself, though, huh? You're going to be living on your own from now on anyways.
Wait, I didn't know about this. I could really owe a lot of money. Why were you so prepared to get divorced anyways? I wasn't seriously thinking about getting a divorce, so why would you leap at the opportunity to get one?
You actually admitted it. Then, why did you keep shoving the divorce papers in my face? What were you hoping would happen?
No, my intentions weren't to get a divorce. It was just to set a line in the sand to bring the argument to an end. I just wanted you to do what I was telling you to.
To bring an end to the fight? To get me to do what you were ordering me to do? Guess that strategy blew up in your face. I guess you just lost the fight for yourself in the end, huh? I had no intention in fighting with you, but you just wouldn't let things go. You shoved those divorce papers in my face, so I just filled them out and brought them to the courthouse. Clearly, I thought it was what you wanted. Do you think there's anything strange about the way I handled it?
Yeah, that's definitely strange. You didn't say a word to me about getting divorced, but you just up and filed the paperwork for one.
You're so annoying. What a self-centered man. Can you just shut up already? You're the one who said that you wanted to get a divorce first, weren't you? Why should I bother telling you that I also want to get a divorce? The entire thing is already settled. If you don't like it, well, I guess you should have chosen your words better from the beginning, huh?
Wait, are we really actually divorced? That can't be true, though. I never intended to get a divorce, you know. You can't leave me.
You never intended to get a divorce? Oh no, that's too bad. Guess we're already divorced, so nothing can be done about it now, huh? Maybe you shouldn't have acted like the king of the castle so much. This is just the outcome you get for being so pompous. You were always looking down on me, weren't you? You considered me lesser than you because you consider women lesser than you. But in the end, I guess it's you who is all upset because I tossed you to the curb, huh? How does it feel to have a woman look down on you? Do you feel pathetic?
You can't look down on me. I'm a man. How dare you look down on me? What have I ever done to you? I only ever treated you like my wife.
All you ever thought of was yourself. You only cared that you were having a good time and that things were going well for you. But you never cared a bit about how I felt. You've never done a single thing for me, have you? If anybody should have the right to complain now, it should be me. Well, anyhow, I collected my divorce settlement already from that joint account, so I don't really feel the need to complain.
What? A divorce settlement? You took a divorce settlement from our joint bank account?
I mean, you were cheating on me with that woman, so I thought I probably deserved a decent settlement. I know all about that situation already. It was with one of the newer staff at your job, right? You really gave it to her, didn't you? I just made sure I got my fair share of the assets for all that you had done to me. I've also sent off a notice of your affair to your company. I'm sure they'd like to know that you were screwing your assistant. That definitely didn't violate any company policies, right? I had to make sure your company knew about all of your secrets. I wouldn't want you to do anything untoward to anybody else.
I'm asking you to just hold on a second. Let's have a serious conversation. Stop screwing around with me. What are you really trying to do? What do you actually want? You can't send something like that to my company. You've got to cut this out. What are you going to do if this affects my chances at future promotions?
Oh? And why should I care if it does? It's a result of your own actions, so any consequences that come about are just desserts in my book. At the very least, I've got to share the information I have on you.
I'm sorry. I will never do anything like this again. So please just forgive me. I don't want to get divorced. I was bad. I'm sorry that I've done these things, but I'm begging you not to send anything to my company. It will end me.
Yeah, I know all of that.
Then forgive me, please.
We're already divorced, so isn't it way too late to ask for my forgiveness? You're just a piece of trash that puts your own convenience over your wife's. What incredible pride you had. I don't know what is going to happen in your life from here, and I don't care. But I think that, at the very least, I've been saved from having to be with a real piece of trash like you. Well, burn in hell! Pete begged Betty to forgive him like his life depended on it, but she never returned any of his messages. Having been completely ignored, Pete was crushed. He fell into a deep sadness when he finally came to terms with the fact that she had well and truly divorced him. After that, the losses incurred as a result of the money Betty took in the divorce settlement ended up severely crippling Pete's finances. The girl he had been sleeping around with suddenly disappeared. She no longer seemed interested in a man who was financially struggling and emotionally crippled. It seems that he had needed the income of two people to support his hedonistic lifestyle. Moreover, the large withdrawal from the joint bank account caused him to go deep into his high overdraft funds. But due to now being a single-income household, it seemed an insurmountable debt to dig himself out of. The debts pounding at Pete's door started to become too much for him. They piled up and up in his ever-cluttering house. No longer did he have a woman he could force to clean up after him.
Before long, Pete was paying off his debts with loans that he'd eventually have to pay off with more loans. It was a vicious cycle.
I'm going to use your house again today, okay? Thanks for always letting me come over.
Huh? You can't use my house. I told you not to just invite yourself over.
No, I've absolutely got to come over today, though.
You can't just do whatever you please like you did with my last car. I told you not to use my house. That means you definitely can't use it. Is that understood?
Aw, you're too cheap. You do know that's why no guys have ever been into you, right?
What are you talking about? I'm married.
Whether or not any dudes have ever been into you has nothing to do with the fact that you're married. A woman's got to keep working on her womanhood. You don't want your husband to get bored and leave you.
What does me letting you use my house have to do with me working on my womanhood? Whatever that's supposed to mean. Explain yourself, dum-dum.
Wow, you just instantly drop into bad-mouthing people like that? How unrefined. But I won't hate you for it. With that said, you probably should fix that stinginess. It's not very attractive.
I'm not stingy. I can't let you use my house. If I tell you why, will you drop it?
You're going to give me an explanation! That's so lame! You're always way too serious. My brother married the wrong woman. Do you have fun living like that? I can't imagine it. Seems like agony to me.
No, I don't have the same amounts of fun that somebody like you born to rich parents has. Your life must be just a blast, blowing their money on whatever frivolities enter your mind.
What's this now? Why are you disparaging the family I was born into? Didn't you marry a man born into that very same family? Isn't that the only reason you're living the good life now? Oh, could it be that you married my brother for the money? Oh, that's got to have been it, right? You know you won't be forgiven for that, right? You shouldn't marry people just to get ahead in life.
How could you possibly suggest that I married your brother for money? We met because the company that your parents run is a customer of the company that I run. I didn't go out of my way to marry for money. I was already making more than enough money to be happy.
What? You run a company?
Didn't you already know that?
It's not that. My parents have their own company? I never knew that.
You really didn't know that up until now?
All I ever knew was that for some reason my parents were rich. I never cared enough to learn why, though.
Wow. All you care about is their money. You don't care at all about what they do to earn it.
Caring is lame. What I think is that because they so selfishly brought me into this world, I deserve to be allowed to live however I damn well please. Doesn't that just make sense?
The levels of your selfishness are pretty shocking. I don't even know what to say.
You can't refute me because I'm right. It's wrong to force a life into being just because you want a child. As the wronged party, I deserve compensation. Doing whatever I want for the rest of my life is fitting enough compensation. Anyways, let's drink together tonight.
What? I can't do that. I have children and things to do in the morning. Besides, you just want to drink with your friends. Isn't that right, Susie?
Yeah, but I've got to let you drink with us if you're letting us drink at your place. Don't you think it'd be easier for everyone to relax if the owner of the house was there?
What? You're not coming to my place to drink. Haven't I already told you that you can't use my house?
What? I can't? Why'd you change your mind all of a sudden?
I've been telling you that you can't come this entire time. You can't use my house any longer. Don't come over here.
Oh, God, you're really annoying.
Why do you think you need to say something like that to me?
I'm the one who invited a boring lady like you to drink with me out of social obligation. And you're going to act like this? Picking a fight is just going to hurt the both of us.
All I'm doing is telling you that I'm not going to let you use my house to party with your friends.
You married into the McCoy family, so shouldn't your assets be shared with your family? If you can't understand something so basic, you and my brother should just get divorced already. You're such a boring lady. You're just so lame.
If you think you're just going to send a message off to my husband, selfishly whining and pretending to be the one who is being attacked, you're going to be in for a world of surprise. You're the one who doesn't understand the most basic of concepts.
This is just because you're cheap, isn't it? Anybody would be getting ticked off just from being around somebody as cheap as you.
What are you talking about? Nobody would be angry about being told that they can't come over to somebody else's house to drink with their friends. I'm the one who should be pissed off because you made plans with people I don't know to drink in my house without my permission.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! God, I hate you! Why won't you just keep your stupid mouth shut? You're so annoying! I've been telling you that I have to come over. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm really getting ticked off with your stinginess. I'm going to remember this.
Why are you freaking out?
Chris, are you done with work?
Didn't I tell you not to call me Chris? I don't like being called Chris. I'm finishing up now. What's the matter?
I'm sorry for everything I said earlier. I didn't mean it. I might have said a bit too much. I'm really sorry.
Well, you don't really sound like you've atoned all that much, but I'll forgive you.
By the way, I don't have enough alcohol, so would you mind stopping at the store and picking us up some?
Could it be that you've only apologized to me because you want to use me to run around for you and thought you needed to put me in a better mood to do so?
I'd never do something like that. Don't be silly. Anyways, thanks so much. About 10 beers should be good.
I'm definitely not going to do that. But just out of curiosity, where are you?
Duh, I'm at your house, Chris. Didn't I tell you this afternoon that I'd be having drinks at your house? I thought you were headed back here anyways, so it wouldn't be much trouble at all, yeah?
What? Why are you at my house? How many times did I tell you that you couldn't come to my house? All I've been saying to you all day is that you can't invite yourself into my house so that you can drink with your friends.
No, I thought we already talked about this. It's fine. Can you just pick up some beer?
You've put me in a really difficult position. I told you I didn't want strangers in my house.
I didn't know that. I'm at your place drinking with 10 of my friends right now. We spilled some beer on the carpet. You'll forgive me, right?
We just moved from there last month. You aren't at my house.
Oh no, that's bad. Can you just bring the beer though? Oh my god, help me!
Help you? Did something just happen? Can you just get out of that house right now? It's not a place for you and your friends to get drunk. It's not even my home anymore.
What? Are you asking me to send the people you don't know home?
Yes, send them home, right now.
Wouldn't that just be like so lame though? I can't do that.
What? It isn't your house. I don't care if you don't want to do something. It isn't your choice. You can't be there.
Well, I think if you just drank with us, you could get to know everybody though. Doesn't that sound better? It'd be a lot more cool if you just did that. I get it if I was asking you to come drink with some old fart though. That'd be the worst.
Where is your complete lack of common sense going to get you, Susie? You are breaking and entering. You do know that, right?
Breaking and entering? Isn't that a crime?
For instance, how would you feel if you went home and some people you had never met were drinking in your house? What would you do? Wouldn't you call the cops?
What are you saying? Obviously, I'd just start drinking with them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
You truly are incredible. I'm at a complete loss trying to speak to you. Anyways, you're currently committing a crime, so I'm going to have to call the police to do something about this.
You're going to call the cops? Don't you think you're acting a little over the top? What's the problem with what's going on? There's no need to get me arrested, you know?
I'm definitely going to make sure you get arrested. You need to learn a lesson. It'll be much simpler than you can possibly imagine to get you arrested for what you've done.
Seriously? That'll be a giant pain in the butt, though. Chris, you should try being a bit more carefree.
Did you really think it'd be fine for you to drink at a house you weren't invited to with 10 other people?
But don't you think it'd be better to just let things play out naturally if it's going to be like this? They might even sympathize with you for having to put up with such a stupid kid like me, right?
That is pretty insane logic. Even if it could go well, I told you not to do this, and you did it anyways. You've committed a crime, so now you must face the consequences like an adult.
I've committed a crime. The only reason I've committed a crime is because you moved without telling me, right?
No, you're committing a crime because you are in a house uninvited drinking alcohol with your friends. Are you stupid? Were you dropped as a child?
I can't believe you would move without telling me beforehand. It's all your fault if this really isn't your home any longer. What are you going to do to solve this problem?
It's not my problem. It's your problem. I have done nothing wrong. The one in trouble is you. So the one who has to deal with the trouble is you.
No, this is your fault. So the one in trouble is you. Just do something about this. You deceived me into using this house. The only reason I'm here is because you led me to believe that this was your home.
I told you over and over again not to come to that house.
I didn't know. I only just learned that you don't live here. This is all your fault. I guess I'll be fine if the cops do come, given it's all your fault anyways.
What is okay about your situation? You showed up at some random person's house because you thought it was where your brother lived, but you were told not to come. So it'd be the same thing if it were still our house. Anyways, you should get out of there before the current owners get back.
Well, they haven't come home yet, so they probably just aren't coming home today, right?
What is wrong with you? Like, seriously, how can you be so unconcerned? You're going to be in a lot of trouble if they show up, so just leave now. What are your other friends saying?
Huh? I haven't really said much of anything. I mean, why would I? The second I tell them, nobody will be all too concerned.
Are you all idiots?
You shouldn't say things like that about people you haven't met. You can call me stupid, but if you pick on my friends, I'm not going to forgive you. I'll beat you up if you start running your mouth about my friends. Got that?
Oh, your friends are quite important to you, huh? I'm certainly very sorry for having made fun of them. Let me try to convey the situation to your friends to prove that they aren't stupid.
I just told them! You're so annoying.
And how did they react?
They really seemed pissed off, but why would that be?
It sounds like at least your friends have decent enough heads on their shoulders.
They've already all started to leave. They haven't even paid me back for the beers. I don't get what the hell is going on here. Why are they all leaving?
It seems that they've tossed you to the curb. You might be shocked, but what did you think was going to happen?
What? I thought they were my friends, though. I'm all alone.
Don't worry about that. You should just start heading home yourself. If you happen to bump into the new owners, I don't know what could happen to you.
No! I thought I was going to stay the night, so I've already removed all of my makeup. I can't go out without makeup on.
That's not the thing to be concerned with right now. Get out of the house before the new owners get back and call the cops on you.
That's not what I'm worried about now. I've lost all of my friends. What am I going to do? I have no friends. I'm so alone.
You're really getting on my nerves at this point. I'm going to call the cops right now. You won't take what I'm telling you seriously, so this is the only way.
No, it's fine. The new owners just got back.
What? They're home?
Hey! Help me!
What happened?
They grabbed me and locked me in a room. They've called the cops. They're saying they're going to press charges. They've told me to contact my family for now. They're so pissed off. I'm so scared. What's going to happen to me?
So you decide to contact me? You knew about all of this already. I'm not coming to help you. Deal with it yourself.
What? Why? Are you abandoning me too?
I tried to help you over and over and over and over again, but you never listened to a single word I have to say, no matter how many times I repeat myself. This is all your fault. Every aspect of this is on you. You said damn to the consequences, and now the bill has come due. You must deal with the consequences to your own actions on your own.
But this has gotten really out of hand. I don't know what to do. I'm really scared.
Well, I know what I'm going to do. I don't know you any longer. Don't speak to me. I'm going on a trip out of the country tomorrow, so there's nothing I could do even if I wanted to.
Then what should I do? What's going to happen to me now? I'm terrified.
You're going to be arrested. Then you'll be charged. Finally, you'll be forced to pay for any and all damages. You'll have to pay for anything like the beer you spilled on their carpet, and you'll probably be fined in some manner for just breaking the law.
Really? You've got to help me. I don't have the money to pay for all of that.
Why would I do that? Contact your parents. Why are you contacting me? I don't even like you.
My parents already told me to stop contacting them. They cut ties with me. I don't know what to do with myself. They told me they were disowning me, but what does that even mean?
It means they want nothing to do with you. You aren't going to get any money from them when they die, and they aren't going to help you while they're alive.
They've decided to rid themselves of your irritating presence. Really? Then there really is nobody who will help me? Yeah, nobody is going to help you. It's too bad, but it'll probably end up being for the best. That's such a mean thing to say! How can you just abandon somebody like that? I'm begging you! Help me! The cops will be here any minute now. I don't want to be arrested. I can't afford to have to pay any fines or damages. I've already checked into a hotel near the airport, so I can leave first thing in the morning. It's really too bad, but you're going to have to figure this all out on your own. Right. Maybe I've got a friend who can help me. Huh? They've kicked me out of our group message. What if they all blocked me too? They all might have just been after your money in the end. You lost everything in a single night, huh? They were just friends with me for my money. That can't be true. So, how much money do you have on you now? How much? I've hardly got any money on me right now. I don't have much in the bank either. That's why I'm begging you for help. I'm doomed if I have to handle this myself. I guess it'll be the perfect chance to repent. Maybe you'll come out of this a changed woman and start working seriously. Am I going to have to look for a job? What am I going to do? Obviously, you're going to have to look for a job, but you're going to have to work full-time. If your parents have disowned you, you're going to have to start making money to pay rent, too. With your cost of living, damages, and fines, you're going to have a lot to pay. You might even need 2 jobs, you know? Do you think you can make enough money from a part-time job alone? It really costs that much? I mean, you broke into an expensive house, you know? I can't even begin to guess how much damage you've done to it, and you've never had to pay any of your bills before now. You're definitely going to have to work 2 jobs to cover all of this, especially with your lack of experience. You won't be able to get very high-paying jobs. Serious? Are you telling me that I've just turned into a lowly commoner? You're not a lowly commoner. You're a criminal. Much, much lower. Help me! Chris, you're the only one in the whole world who can help me. I've already been abandoned by both my friends and my family. My life is already over. Can you stop calling me Chris? My name is Christine. I know there is no value to pulling you out of the fire you set around yourself. I don't want to be arrested. You've got to help me. How about trying to cry to the police? Maybe they'll give you a break. You're a cute little girl after all. You already took off your makeup though. I guess they won't be fooled. After that, the police came, and the owners of the house pressed charges against Susie. The damage to the house was much worse than just spilling beer on the carpet. The damages she ended up getting charged with were very high, and she was given a decently high fine as well. It sounds like she tried to contact her parents many times, but they never returned her calls. It sounds like they wouldn't even let her pass the front gate of their house to see her, let alone give her any sort of help. She also asked the friends she had been drinking with for help, but I heard they never replied to her messages. She thought she would just live every day of her life partying and having fun, but this marked the end of that sort of lifestyle. I guess this is the result of using everybody around you to the maximum possible extent. However, I did feel slightly responsible for this incident. I went to the home to directly apologize to the new owners. They were really good people. Based on what Susie had said, I imagine that they were extremely upset about the whole affair and might fly off the handle at me. I thought when I would try to explain the situation to them, the second I turned up at their house, the wife would just deck me. But nothing of the sort happened. I was really quite shocked and relieved that they turned out to be as nice and understanding as they were. They told me that Susie was apparently working 3 different part-time jobs to pay off the debt she owed to them. It seems like a hard existence, but it might be necessary for her to grow as a person. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.